Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're doing a Mass Make Monday this week, and as you might have guessed from the goodies I've got on my desk, we're going to be doing some wax seal play today. So this is partly in partnership with Globleland. I did do an unboxing for them recently, and for those of you who missed it, I got a couple of new wax seal stamps from them. So these are the ones I got. This one, yes. So I've got this beautiful thistle one, these lovely flowers, and this is the slightly larger head. Actually, I didn't realise when I bought it, ordered it from them, that it was bigger, but it is from what I'm used to. But it's lovely. It's like pine cones with fir tree. So we're going to do a few things today with the wax seals. I want to, because we're getting out all these bits and bobs with the, the burner and the wax seals and everything, I kind of wanted to make the most of that and make sure that, we're getting good use out of this stuff when we get it out. So I'm going to do a variety of things today. The first thing that I'd like to try is using some string and a wax seal to create essentially what would be eventually a closure. So I've got some string left, so I'm going to get this off the thingamabobby. I just want to sort of see how long I want it to be, because it needs to be long enough that it can wrap around something. So I would argue that's probably far too long. So what do you reckon? I think that should probably be plenty. And I'm going to double it up because I want to, I like how it looks doubled up. I think it looks pretty cool, tied in a bow. So I've got my length of string. This is some hemp cord string. And I need some space to do a bow. So if I was going to tie a bow at the side of a journal, so I'm leaving enough space for that. And then this is where I'm going to do the wax seal. So I've got plenty to wrap around the edge of the journal. I'm just going to bring it this way a little bit more. Because the closure, we don't want the wax seal to be in the middle of this string, because otherwise then it won't be in the right place when we wrap the string around the book. And that's because, as we know, there's always one side of string that's longer than the other. So I've put 6 beads in here, which I hope will be enough for the larger head. Usually I use 3, so I'm hoping that that will be enough. And I mixed 2 colours. I've got this sort of goldy brown colour, and I've also done like an autumnal red, because I do have autumn in my head at the moment. Alright, so I'm just going to pop that over the string, like so, and then we can come along and hope, fingers crossed, that 6 beads was enough. So I've got this on the marble plate. I may have even gotten these from Globleland in a previous partnership perhaps. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for a moment, so I need to leave it to cool, and I might as well get the next ones on. So yeah, I thought this would be a good mass make, because as I said, you have to get all the stuff out to do it. So that was one of the things I wanted to do. Another thing I'd like to try is taking some strips of like trims. So I've basically raided, I've got this jar on my desk which I keep all my scrap pieces in when you're cutting bits of lace off of things, and maybe you've cut a ribbon closure down so you just have little offcuts. I've got all those in a jar, and I thought what might be fun as well would be to like we've done with the string, but these can then become embellishment pieces, so to decorate pockets and things. So do you think this is cooled down now? Shall we try? Ooh, that looks nice. Now how do I get it off the plate? Got to be careful. Now I don't often use the marble plate. Greaseproof paper works really well, but because I've got these, I kind of want to give them a go. There we go, lovely. Just have to be, you know, easy with it. So there we go. The string is now caught in my wax seal. And so the ones that I did as a prototype, I just want to share this idea. So these wax seals I already had, they were just in my stash, because that's another thing that I want to do today, is make sure that I've got enough wax seals as just, you know, things that we can add to things. So the one that I did with this is I glued using Fabri-Tac onto the string, and then I glued a circle, you know, when we punch circles from our scrap paper, I glued that on the back, and that seems to have trapped the string okay as well. But yeah, I thought, seeing as we were getting the stuff out, I thought I would give it a go with actually putting it straight onto the string. So of course it, you know, it does break your wax seal in places, you know, because we're putting it on top of something. But I really like how that looks. I'm glad I went with those colours. It's the like murky copper and gold have made a really nice autumnal brown, and that stamp has come out really nice. Look at that. Yeah, I quite like this bigger size actually. You see the difference between, you know. Okay, so that's that one. So if I grab something, why is it you never have anything that you want to test it with? There we go. So if we pretend this is my journal cover, and I were to then wrap this around as a bow like we would ordinarily, you would then have something nice there. It doesn't have to be a journal closure, it could be a closure for anything really, but I wanted to, yeah, make up a few of those, so that's one idea. Now, how are we doing with this green? I think we're nearly there. So, oh, that's a nice green. Lovely. So the next idea is I have, and I want to use the fern. So this is one that I've gotten previously. It might also be from Globleland. I have done partnerships with them in the past. So again, I've never tried this on top of trims, so we'll just sort of see if this idea works. I've got some more in there, so let's grab another trim. And obviously that's drying on there, so what should I use? Whoops-a-daisy. I'll use the thistle for this one. I just thought this might be interesting to try. Oh gosh, this one's not going to be as neat, but you know, these were just in my scrap things, so I may as well give it a go. See what happens, shall we? Okay, that's come off. Oh, that came off a bit easier. Maybe because it's a thicker, this was like a velvet trim. There we go. So I just thought I could do a few of these and, you know, potentially decorate pockets. But, you know, I was also thinking they can be added to things. So, for example, let's put that behind under some fabric, maybe with some book page or something, and then we could make some interesting embellishments. So that's kind of my purpose today, is just to see what we can come up with and just have a little bit of a play, have a bit of a test. As I say, because you know, because you have to get all the stuff out, you don't necessarily end up doing it. Some of the rickrack. So that one obviously broke off a little bit in places, but that stamp's come out really nice as well. I just need to make sure I get more wax in there. So I think I'll try, I've still got a bit of copper in that one, so I think I should probably try to use that up. So I'm going to put another copper in, and another copper, and a couple of the brown ones. I really liked the colour that came out of that, so we'll give that a chance. Because I've also got these little scraps. Which, again, they were just in my scrap jar. So I thought we might be able to do, you know, something like that. I don't know whether to do them on top of the fabric or to just glue them to the fabric after. How do I feel? Because obviously the fabric stops you from getting this perfect, more perfect circle, doesn't it? So I think I might try some just on the plate, and then we can glue them down onto the fabric. So whilst that is melting, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this trim onto that ribbon. So I'm doing all different colours today. I just have in mind what my next projects are for essentially the next few months actually. So, you know, obviously I'll be working with autumnal colours. I've got my Enchanted Woodland project on the go at the moment with, you know, the greens and the browns. I'm going to be doing a bluebird and bluebird project in the future too. So I'm kind of got those sorts of colours in my head. And then, you know, these ones could be good for autumn with the red and gold. Or they could do for what project? Like you know, a wintry, Christmassy type project. That's what I was thinking. Is that doing anything? Yep. Just got to leave it a minute. So what am I going to use for these? Got the flowers. I'm quite liking this thistle one where it's got the indentation around it. So I might try the thistle on these two. See how we get on. Yeah, I like how that came out. I think because the string was thin, it can be, you know, really, really tucked away in there, you know, if you get the wax thick enough, compared with these ones where obviously it just kind of sits on the back there, but it's on there, you know, that's not coming off. So, you know, if you wanted to do it the lazy way, where you just do it straight onto the little offcuts of fabric you've got, that's fine too. But you see, you know, that's just the start of us building up some kind of page edge or something, is what I had in my head. Page edges, pocket embellishments, and a chance to use some scraps as well. So whilst that's still melting, I've also raided the jar for, I've got all kinds of scraps in here, laces and fabrics and things, because I thought I'll do some clusters as well, fabric clusters, and then the wax seals can be, you know, the thing that decorates it. So I'll do a couple more wax seals with you, just so you can get a feel for what I'm doing, and then I will pause whilst I get a whole load of wax seals done. It is a Mass Make Monday after all. And then, yeah, and then we'll start building up these embellishments together, because I really hope to just give some ideas today. That's what I want to do. Just try and give a whole horde of ideas if I can. It's just one of those things is doing this on video, obviously you need to wait for everything to melt and dry appropriately. Right, so I'm using the thistle for this, aren't I? Just looks a bit, I don't know if my wax seals, like, do they have like a sell-by date on them or something? Because they seem a little bit, you know, they're not melting as much. I don't know if it's me. Probably because I keep prodding it. I'm not a wax seal expert, but I do like having fun with them occasionally. Okay. That's one. And then I'm thinking, seeing as we're doing the red, I'm going to mix a couple of these really nice deep red ones in with the brown. Ooh, lovely. Still don't feel like this. I don't know if I'm supposed to let this this marble plate cool even more, because I find that, I don't know, I feel like the wax, I'm probably just being impatient with it, aren't I? I find that greaseproof paper works really well, so if I might go get some greaseproof paper, because I don't think these are working as well as they should be. Especially not with me being as impatient as I am. There we go, got it. I mean, the thing is, you know, if they don't come out right, you can just remelt the wax. So I don't think that's going to go on there. I think this will be for something else. But do you see what I mean? It's like we could glue that onto there, and then it would be a really nice little page embellishment. But I don't think that's the right colour. I think that's too brown. I love it. It's a really nice colour. But I just think it's a little bit too brown. And one thing I have seen people do is if it doesn't come out perfectly, I have seen them come along and just sort of trim them up a bit. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel about trimming them. I suppose you can use the offcuts, can't you? It's like, I like the, you know, the nicer, more expert look, I suppose. But then part of me feels like, well, the way it was before is like naturally how it came out. So I just feel like maybe you should, you know, give it a chance or something. Don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to sit here and do some of these. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll do this one with you. Oh, because that's, oh gosh, that's a nice colour. It's like plums. It's like a plum purple brown. Right, I'll do another thistle. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely colour. Ooh, that's a really nice colour. How did I do that? So for those I used this colour. It's like a crimson red, but it was also mixed in with some of the copper and brown. Oh, that's lovely. That's a really nice stamp, that one with the thistle. I think I like that it's got the indentation around it. So if I'm going to go get the greaseproof paper because I'm far too impatient for these marble plates. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? I hope the camera's that colour. Oof. Nice. Yes. Now with that one go. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. So once that's dry, we can just glue it on, can't we? And then, you know, just tidy this up a bit because it is just, you know, scraps of fabric, and then, you know, that can decorate something. Well, that's my task for today. So I'm going to hit pause whilst I'm going to run and get the greaseproof paper, and then I'm going to sit here and just do a mass make of pre-made wax seals. And then we can, yeah, go through all my trims and things that I've got, fabrics and stuff, and we're going to make some embellishments. So I shall see you very shortly. So I've gotten into the groove with this marble plate now. I think the issue that I had before was I was pushing down too much on the stamps. So I'm just turning that off because I think I have made plenty of wax seal stamps now. Well, wax seals, I should say. I've got a whole hoard of blue ones. So I've got all different shades of blue. I've got some spring green for next year. I've got some sort of dark enchanted green for my Enchanted Woodland projects. And then I've got a whole heap of autumnal ones in, you know, different autumnal shades. I've got sort of some deep red, some sort of burnt umber colours, some ambers, some pale peach. So yeah, I think I'm done with making wax seals now. I'm getting a little bit bored. I have been sat here for a little while, but I just wanted to show you. I did seem to get better with this plate as time went on. I mean, how nice is that coming out? I think it was just I was pushing down so much on this, thinking that that's what I needed to do in order to get the picture. But you really don't need to push that hard at all. So I've now got a little bit of a task with needing to clean up. Oh, I shouldn't have turned that off because you actually need to heat these up, heat up the wax in order to clean it out of the thing. Okay. Anyway, so I will hit pause again. I just wanted to show you that I was having better luck with the that plate. So I'm going to come back and we'll start playing around with some fabrics. So see you in a jiffy. Okay, I'm all set and ready, so I think we can now do a few bits and bobs. So I've also just gone through my scrapbox to pull out some strips and things that we might be able to use these with. You have to excuse me if I've got the sniffles a little bit. I've just been having a bit of a sneezing fit. So I'm just kind of thinking just to match these up with pieces. So I'm going to need my ruler, just because I don't need these to be straight, but it's just, gosh, sorry, just got the sniffles then. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't need them to be straight. I just thought it would be easier just to, you know, focus on that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm just going to just start layering these up, I think. So I've just got the glue book out because yeah, I don't trust myself with getting glue everywhere. And I'm using the Fabri-Tac just because obviously I'm going to be using fabrics, but because of the wax seal on there and everything as well, I'm just going to keep this glue out. So I'm just aiming for the middle of these different pieces because I may need to cut these down, you know, when I come to use them, because I don't know where they're going. But it will be a very handy mass make to not only have the wax seals, because I'm not going to use all of them today, I just want to do a few of these to give you some ideas. Okay, so I just want that to be in the middle, so we've got the different layers. I'm just going to pull that down, that's it. Because as I said, anything that's too long, I'll just trim off. So that's the one. These are the ones we did at the beginning where we did the wax seals straight onto the ribbon. So that's definitely one way to do it. But of course it does mean that you risk you run the risk of not having as perfect a seal. But if that kind of thing doesn't bother you, you know, if you like the more rustic look to them, then you know, you just do you. Now obviously I do need to go around and just trim stuff up and doing some inking, but I just like to focus on this bit first of all. Where's the other one gone? Here. So that one's got the rickrack. So I don't know how this, whether we want to put anything behind this, or I think I will keep that one as I'll just put it down onto a pocket. So if we pretend this is my pocket or something, yeah, it's going to look lovely, isn't it? So I'll keep that one as is. Right, I fancy doing something with this. This came out of my scrapbooks. It's white floral paper. It feels kind of handmade-ish. So I would like to use one of these blue ones, I think. So let's go with this nice pale blue I got with the flowers. I'm going to be doing some blue projects later this year. So what are we going to do with this? do not know. I think I'm making some kind of cluster. So let's tear this. So I'm just kind of making it up. I'm just, you know, taking it bit by bit, using my scraps, all the rest of it. And we're just going to make some embellishment things. Now I do have to be careful of that sun coming in because it is streaming in now. It is the afternoon. It's got on a bit since I started the video, but not to worry. Just going to get a bit more drip text in. Don't know whether to put it in the middle or... Oh, I tell you what I want to do. I kind of want to bring in some fabric. What fabrics have I got? I was saving these for, you know, like fabric cluster type things. But actually, we could do some kind of fabric on there. Now, I think I need to tear down the back a little bit. And I would like to give this more of a torn edge on all sides. So let's just make this a bit narrower. Now this is going to be quite a big cluster, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that because, you know, the bigger clusters can decorate, you know, they can start decorating tags or the fronts of notebooks and journals and things. Now, I'm loving that. I just don't know how to, I don't know whether to use the wax seal as the focal point. Or whether it should be with something else, but I'm kind of liking how it's looking, so I kind of just want to go for it. Again, sorry for the sniffles. Let's try some silver. No, I think I prefer that. I'm just trying to decide. I'm just trying to think, like, you know, if I was to put this on something, but I mean, I do want to use these pieces up. But then equally, if I put it down like to the side or the corner or something, then it's like, you know, you could have something else on there. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it that way. Okay, right, sold. Now, I'm not going to ink any of these because my blue projects that I'm doing are quite like pale blues and whites and creams and soft colours. So, no inking required. So yeah, I'm not going to use all of these wax seals because, as I said, you know, part of today was just doing the mass make to have them, you know, available for me to use for future projects. But I would like, as I say, just to get a few of these embellishments made because it gives me a chance to use up some stuff like fabrics and things. Ribbon, bits of ribbon, just all these little bits, you know, whilst hopefully, fingers crossed, giving you a couple of ideas as to, you know, things you could do with the wax seals if you you know, have that stuff or use them occasionally. So I've just brought that ribbon over. I don't know what the ribbon is other than a bit of interest in the cluster, but I don't want to cut it down yet until I know where it's going, because this could, again, it could decorate a pocket, it could go on the front of a notebook. I don't know how I'm using it yet, so Oops, I don't want to glue it to the glue book though. There we go, I'll just put that to one side and let it dry. Oh, that is really pretty. Oh, I might make another of those because I do have this piece left. And it was interesting to bring in some of the fabric, because that's one thing I don't do very often. I don't think, mix fabric and paper together as much as maybe I should. I sort of tend to stick with, you know, one or the other, I think. So we have got another of this, so yeah, I liked how that looked. May as well get another kind of like that. I don't have any more music sheet, but I do have this. That is Edith Holden. Oh, I've not torn that very well. There we go. I can go down that side, that's fine. So like so. Now, have I got that the right way around, that paper? No, I don't. There we go, that's better. So you can go you there. Just trying to see what colour I did with that one. Let's go with the thistle just to change things up. So you're going to go there. And then again, I'm just going to look over to see what I've got on my desk fabrics wise. That's nice. That will make it a little bit on the bulky side, but I don't think that matters because I would very happily use these on covers or something. And then I'm partly thinking I should have gotten more paper out. I was just thinking, I think I want something behind that white paper. If I've got something. So then bring in some of this. Oops. Just to build it up a little bit. Yep. And then I don't know if I should. No, I think we'll try to keep it asymmetrical, or I'm just gonna tear this down a bit more. Sorry, the cogs are whirring. The cogs are whirring. They really are. I'm not supernatural when it comes to clusters. I do enjoy making them. You know, it's nice to get things used up, so I enjoy them, you know, for that. But yeah, they don't layering up different pieces doesn't come supernaturally to me, but I am loving how these are looking for sure. Although, I don't know actually. I kind of just prefer it without that now. I think where I've torn the back down a little bit more, so I'm just going to go with that. Keep it simple. Again, I don't know why I'm using the Fabri-Tac for the bits of paper, but it's on my desk, so it's happening. It's just the way it's happened. So as I say, this is something that I was doing with the Globleland wax stamps, but I've actually had it on my list for a long time to do something with wax seals, because you know, you get all these things, and then for me wax seals is a little bit like stamps and stencils. You sort of occasionally might get them out, might reach for them, especially when you remind yourself about them, but It's not something that you reach for often, but when you do, you're sort of reminded how much you like them, kind of thing, you know. And then you tell yourself, in the moment, you tell yourself, oh, I best use those again, because, you know, I've made some nice things. Nice things with them. And then, yeah, some more time goes by. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a cluster. I'm liking those. Right, now we had a plan for this piece because we started this, didn't we? Just want to make that a bit neater, and there as well. These things have been in my stash ages, absolute ages. Oh, I've cut through a little bit too much on that one. Not to worry. And then I think I want that one to have a slight point as well, may as well. So I don't know whether that's going this way or this way. Depends whether it's on a page or decorating a pocket. I think I would like it on a page. I've got this little fern one, or the thistle. Just going to see if I want to layer this up with any paper, just to make it a bit more substantial. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. So this is a very frayy ribbon, so avert your eyes. I'm going to just singe the ends. You don't use the flame, you just use the heat from the flame, and it just stops ribbons, like especially satin ones, it stops them from fraying slightly. Yeah, so grab this. So I'll probably put this one into my autumn type things. I don't often work with autumnal colours. I often, you know, when I think of autumn myself, I often reach for, you know, the browns and certainly gold. I don't do much with, you know, red and orange, but part of me would like to change that either this year or next year. I would like it to be this year if I can wangle it. Just depends on, you know, schedules of things. But I would like to do a more traditional autumn project. Okay, and then where's my ink here? I'm just going to ink around that music sheet. So as I say, I'm just making a few embellishment pieces for decorating different things. Just need to give them a chance to dry, so just squeeze that down and then put it to one side. And then of course I can always add more behind. I don't have many scraps at the moment in those sorts of colours because of course I haven't started those projects yet. Okay, and then I've got another piece of this because I really don't want to put these things back where they came from. Possibly use that. I was just thinking I probably want something that is not going to hide it quite as much. I just want to tone down that dark pink a little bit. Oh, we'll use this. May as well use this. She says, I'm still looking. There we go. I'll just put this on there. I'll just cut it down a little bit. Sure. Let's just dab some glue. That's it. So I should think about some other projects to do with the wax seals. I'm not going to do any fabric clusters today. I've decided. I would like to use all these things. I just don't fancy sitting down and making clusters exactly today, like in the way that I had envisioned it, but we might do that in a different video. I mean, I did do that before once upon a time. So I think I'll have that go that way, and then I might try and layer up some paper behind it. You know, it's the same with any kind of collage or cluster type thing that you're making. It's just a case of taking it bit by bit, you know, layering things up until you're happy, really, until you feel like it's got enough. And it does come with practice as to what that feels like when you're finished. Now I think this might be, I've got this far, I think this might be a little bit too small for a wax seal. So just whilst I'm sitting here, because I don't want to just, you know, randomly do things, I would like to show you something. I think for this one I'm just going to use a word on it. Don't only have to do wax seal things today, do we? I do need to do some projects with these bits of lace that oops, just had in that pot for ages, and today I decided I'm just going to sit down and start emptying it. And I found stuff from a blue winter project that I must have done the year before last. That was the last time I cleared that out. Terrible, isn't it? There we go. So now I've got an autumnal embellishment. I hope nobody minds that I'm doing autumn things at the moment. Oh, I'm too excited. Autumn is one of my favourite seasons. So I just get too excited by autumn. And then I've got some lengths of ribbon. This will just be from being cut down after projects. I feel that sun is really starting to come in now. I hope it's not affecting the video too much if I push you up there. What was I saying about the... Yeah, just from cutting down like closures and things. I don't know what to... Oh yes. And then I want to pair it with something. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. Let's use the ruler. That's really interesting, that. And then I think that ought to go that way, really, hadn't it? But if I did that, it would have to decorate quite a large pocket. So I'm just going to cut that down at the back. That's that. Again, this will just be offcuts from making journal covers and things. So I think I'll probably make this the last thing that I do, because I think you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. So that went underneath there, didn't it? Oh, that's nice. I like that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's very pretty. If I pull that along, because again, I don't know where this is going. And then, yeah, I think we'll have that off to one side. So this will decorate a pocket. So yeah, you get the idea. I'm just kind of using the ribbons and wax seals. But yeah, I definitely am glad that I did the wax seals just on their own. I think that's a much better mass make, first of all. But also, I'm just going to like ink this very lightly. But also it's just easier to use, I think, because you can take your time with it then as to where you want these things. And this particular one, this thistle one, I actually cut down around the outside of the thistle, because the wax seal that I did didn't come off amazing on the outside. But look at how cute it looks all cut down. So I was very happy with that. So that's that, and this one. So I think sometimes it's fun just to have a bit of a play with the things that you've got sitting around. You know, you don't have to have wax seals to do this project. It could work just as easily with charms, beads, different things like that maybe. And then again, because I don't know where this is going, I'm just going to cut that a little bit longer, so if it does need to hang over a pocket or anything, it can. So I suppose I'm making some kind of vintagey embellishment. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm making. I'm just kind of making it up. I don't want to use the dark blue. I'm really liking this cream. I don't have much more on my desk. Got a bit of crochet. Yep. And that's a little one. Oh, that's adorable. Forget the paper. We can just have crochet and a ribbon and a wax seal. Oh, that's lovely. I'm getting carried away now. I told myself I don't want to use all these wax seals because, you know, I did want to save some for, you know, when I'm actually working on these projects. So I'm not working on anything blue right now. Like, I want to, but I need to make the kit first of all. And I've just got, you know, a few things made for it. But yeah, I'm getting a bit carried away with using the blue things. Right, we're doing. Want it that way. Oops. Oh, that is so pretty. Let's do it vertical. We don't want them all to be horizontal. Yeah, I've totally got carried away. I'm loving working with the blues at the moment, and because I'm pairing them with these soft creams and ivories and everything, it's really working for me. Just that blue with the neutral. So, note to self, what my kit will look like will be blue with neutral. I probably ought to stop soon because well, the sun is really coming through now, isn't it? You probably can't even really see the video, so I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm just a bit carried away with what's on my desk. So I've got a piece of that. I don't know if... Let's see. Oh, so pretty. Forget any other colour. I'm loving these blues. It's like they were made for wax seals, these blues. Yeah. Okay, right. That will be the last one, I promise. Because, yeah, I've got to get some other stuff done. / it's date night tonight, so I do need to go and get myself ready for going out. Just going out for dinner. We're not doing anything that exciting, but we do try to make time for each other on a Friday. I'm filming this on a Friday. Try to make time for each other on a Friday because we're so busy with work all the time that you know, we need to have date night, not to force time spent with each other because we love being together, but time spent away from work, I think, is the, you know, the important part. Well, there we go. So I don't know what on earth to call this video because it started as one thing and became another, but that's fine. That's how these things go if you just let your creativity do what it wants. So it was mass making the wax seals. So I made loads, I do think. How many did I make? I've got 5 autumnal ones because I haven't used, well, technically 6 if you count the red one that we've used. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue ones. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark green, 3 light green. There's some more autumnal ones. Oh yeah, and then of course we made this at the beginning, the closure piece. So I suppose, oh, that camera, oh no, the sun. Well, it was a good job I was finishing the video, wasn't it? Yeah, I just looked up and thought you can't see a single thing. So anyway, yeah, we made that closure. So essentially we just made a whole heap of embellishments and closures and different things. I absolutely love how these turned out with the blue. So, you know, these will go away into my blue things, ready to be used. I'm hoping that, that one goes that way, doesn't it? I'm hoping for the blue project to be what I do over the winter, but it's going to have bluebirds and hydrangeas is what I'm aiming for. And then we have the closure, which will go on something. And it doesn't have to be a closure for a journal. It could go on some like vintage paper folded up or something, to make it look like the wax seal is the closure for the, what do you call it? The vintage paper were all like folded up. Got that one. And then some green things. So these will go into my Enchanted Woodlands. I do need to cut this one down and ink around it, but that's that one. And then of course that one, I'm thinking if I pair this one with something brown, so I really liked how it looked when I used it earlier, I think that will work very well. But yeah, my main thing for today was obviously the Globleland partnership. I obviously, oh yeah, and we made that as a bonus, sorry. Yeah, the main thing was to do the Globleland partnership, but also I wanted to use these scraps that I had, and then yeah, give wax seals a go again. I definitely got better as time went on and as I got more practiced with the marble plate. I think that was the very last one that I did. Or was it the green one? I can't remember now. Oh, it might have been that one. But either way, I'm very happy with how they turned out. So yeah, basically what I did is I just sat down and decided to think about what colours I'm going to be using over the next, essentially the next 6 months. Because I don't use wax seals often, so, you know, I only need a few for each project really, and then this will keep me going for a long time. So yeah, we've made different embellishments and things. So I'll think of something different to do next time. I might not bother with the fabric clusters because I really like how that looked with these, but I don't want to use all the wax seals. I want to hoard them now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out. So yeah, all of the information for Globleland will be linked down below. So there'll be, you know, a link to their website, but also the products, the specific products that I ordered. And there is a discount code from what I remember. So I'll put all of that information in the description box and as a pinned comment down below. So if you did want to check out their website, then please do, and please do use the discount code that they've kindly offered us. So thank you then. Thanks so much for joining me. Again, sorry about the sun coming in at the end, but I'm using bubble wrap to block the sun to my right. But yeah, anyway, so I hope I've given you some ideas today, and thanks for keeping me company, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye for now.